you might like an update on him, because he is a very different horse to the one, in many ways, not in every way, but in many ways, to the one who I first rode in those first days and weeks. I think on the 8th, I think he's been here a month now. I think he came on the 8th of March, somewhere like that. So he's been here a month now. And as you can see, he's an awful lot quieter. And whereas before, each time I went like this with the stick, he thought that he was being bashed up and it would create a lot of anxiety. Now I'm able to use the stick, and he really doesn't care. He doesn't care as much as he did. So it's really important that I develop that side of him where he'd not only tolerate the stick but not react to it. So we've been through a lot, and he's given me some hard rides. It's absolutely exhausting. I have never, for a long time, I have never ridden such an anxious, stressy horse. Absolutely in a very bad place he was. So he's coming out of that now. Of course, it's very fledgling and it's not established, and it can be there, come back at any moment, and coming home is still a challenge for him to be as relaxed as he is going out. And not only was he one of the most anxious horses I've ridden in a long time, he was also, shall we say, totally crooked everywhere. You know, he bent in all directions and just didn't want to go forward. And when he did go forward, it was rushy and he was like running away. So, he's having a dropping. And standing, well, I mean, standing was like a step too far for him. I mean, again, it's not perfect, but we've been working on all those things, even the tacking up in the box. I mean, that's a big part of it, and there's a little video, accompanying video with that, which I'll put together at some point. So yes, he's in a much better place. He's not doing those awful rear ups and over to the left business, and it got so bad I was worried about him slipping. Excuse me. So I had the back shoes taken off because I just didn't want him to slip on these roads, you know, if he's going to start that kind of nonsense. And he hasn't done it for a while now, so I'm kind of thinking we're over that, largely. So I've had the back shoes put back on because he got very, very, very sore. So he's now shod all round, and we're out for our morning session, which I'm happy to say is far more relaxed than it was in the first week or two. It was the tension in this horse, the muck sweat he'd get into, just well, of course he was giving me a hard time. It was hard to feel sorry for him, but actually I do feel sorry for him, because to be in a place like that can't have been nice. Which brings me on to talking about riding horses in an outline, because well, we'll talk about it came about because little pony Flynn, his owner, was saying that, you know, he's much better to ride in the school, which probably isn't surprising, given that you know, would be well in his comfort zone. And she's saying, oh yes, he goes in an outline. And so I didn't say anything at the time, but I want to sort of talk about it now, because in all truthfulness, Flynn isn't capable of going in an outline. Because what is an outline? Because he's put together all wrong and he doesn't move right. And he's got, if the horse isn't moving right, he can't possibly go in an outline. So what people think of as an outline is actual fact a false outline, in that they do something with the horse's head and it appears to be an outline, but actually it's not. So really, any time the horse is doing anything, standing, moving at any gear or pace, they are in an outline, the outline that they're showing at the time. So he's in an outline. It's not the outline that people mean when they talk about a horse being in an outline, but this is his outline. So a horse is continually in an outline. If you drew around their body shape and put it on some tracing paper or something, that would be the outline. And you have to look at the outline as a complete unit. You can't think of it in terms of where the head is, because where the head is in any of the outlines, in any gait at any time, is an expression of where the horse is emotionally and physically on a biomechanical level whilst carrying a rider. So if you only attend to what's happening to the head and neck and how you perceive to be a softening, you know, and horse coming down onto the bit, it can be misleading, because you can make the horse appear to be coming down on the bit when in actual fact it's not coming down onto the bit at all. So the best way of thinking of it is to think, well, I've always got an outline. It might not be the outline that I want, but it's the outline of where the horse's current level of schooling is. Whoa, I think there's a car coming. Oh well, I don't know where it's gone. It hasn't appeared.